Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's going on, everybody? You know what time it is. It's time for Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about all things sports and everything related to it. I am Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Let's go. And, of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why this podcast is called Big Game James. What up, dude? How you feeling?
What's up, man? I'm a lot better than I was a couple of days ago. That's a damn show, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, look, for all those people out there, it is flu and cold season. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself. It's crazy out here. I heard it was like 30 degrees in Georgia last week. That's crazy. All right. Take care of yourself. Big Wallace, what's going on, man? Glad that you are already in the cast. It's going to be fun. You know, we're talking about your peoples down there. They're acting a little wild. But it's going to be fun. Make sure that you tune in to everything that we have going on. We're on wherever you listen to your favorite podcast platform. And, of course, we want you to like, share, and subscribe. We have a lot of great podcasts that are on here, from Man Cave on Mondays to we're gonna call it something different, but for now, Cowboys Cutting Up on Tuesdays. When we Thursdays, of course, Big Game Sports Buzz and Two Birds One Show. Right after, actually right between us. Hey, look, those guys in Philly, Cry Eagles Cry. It's fantastic. Go check them out, Craft Beer and Philly Sports. But right now, right here, it's time for the buzz. Man, I'm ready to get into it. A lot of great stuff tonight. 4 downs. Oh, hell no. Look, it's something else for you. Of course, who you got? Playoff edition, championship playoff edition, Between the Lines. And, of course, tonight, top 5 villains. Who's your top 5 villains of all time? It's going to be fun. You ready to get into this?
It's gonna be interesting. Hey, wait till you hear what some of my villains, dog. I guarantee you will be tripping.
I don't know, man. Let's go. 4 downs. Yeah, look, for real, Wallace, when we get into that Between the Lines, man, definitely talking about the new HC down there. But first, we got to talk about this, man. Draymond Green apparently being snubbed by Team USA. Is this a big deal or not? Now, let's put some precedence behind it. I know you're ready to speak on it, brother. It's not because of his play. It's really because of the suspensions that he's had this season.
Hello.
And that's what Grant Hill put out there. So do you think that's a big deal that he got snubbed because of that?
Hell no. Anything that Draymond gets because of what he did, he deserves it. He's lucky to just be back in the damn league, dog. He's lucky that he's playing in the NBA right now. Yeah. So to call it a snub, look, the things you get as an athlete, you have to realize it's a privilege and an honor. It's not a right. You don't just have the right to be named to a team. It's a privilege. And so if you go act the ass and don't do what you're supposed to do, Hey, some of the consequences, bro. Hey, man, I don't, man, please.
I thought it was interesting, though, that Grant Hill, who's in charge of Team USA basketball operations and things like that, so basically he's like, look, he goes around and especially, Steve Kerr is the coach. So he was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I get it, Wallace. It's not a big deal with the issues Draymond caused himself, but I mean,
amen. Exactly.
But he's won the gold medal twice, right? He's an emotional leader. Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes, it is proven to be a bad thing, as emotional as he is. But I thought it was interesting that this is considered a snub because he's not on the team and it's not based on his play.
I mean, I didn't even have a chance to look and see the whole team and who was put on there.
I mean, I think just the fact that he's not on it has been, the biggest. Again, the head coach of Team USA is his actual head coach. Who's like, nah, you can leave.
All right, Jay. Okay, think about this. You my head coach.
Yeah.
You vouched for me millions of times.
Right.
And then just 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, I slapped the shit out of somebody. You get a chance to go coach a prestigious team.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey man, you gonna bring your boy? Yeah, so hey, when we go down to the game and we get these other guys, you're gonna avoid that like the plague, dog. Man. You can't bring bad vibes with you when you go places. So Steve Kerr, even though he's not on the selection committee, I'm sure he may have some say. He probably like, look, I love Dre. I want him to get help, but I got to distance myself from this shit and coach the guys that's able to come on this team and play and deserve to be here. Draymond doesn't deserve to be on that team, and clearly because it's his actions. We're not going to say he can't, his play doesn't deserve it, but you don't deserve that right. You haven't earned that right. It's like I tell the kids that at school all the time. I want to do this. You ain't earned that. What you mean earn it? Yeah, I'm not just giving you nothing. I'm not your mama and your daddy. I don't just give people shit. You gotta earn it.
I hear you. All right. Okay. I see how you really feel. Let's move on then, because I don't want no bad blood, man.
Hey, man, there's no bad blood. It's a good question, and it's one of those things that come up because so many times, and dude, let me be the first to tell you, from playing football from the age of 8 to 33, I have been given things before because of who I am and what I do. Right? It's like you get away with stuff. It's like, hey, don't do that again. I'm gonna look the other way. But my shit was mine. It wasn't punching somebody in the face, kicking somebody in the nuts, body slamming somebody else, punching a teammate. I mean, it's only so many times people can look the other way and let little things go before it gets to a point where it's like, nah. You ain't learned yet.
Yeah, true indeed. Hey man, let's go ahead and let's hop into this next one. So there's some questions going around right now that is the NFL rigged or the teams for Super Bowl LV3?
Oh, Jay. Are you sick of seeing all these conspiracy things going on out there, man?
You're missing the opportunity. Look, if you look at the logo, it seems to favor certain colors of certain teams. Red and purple.
Yeah, but the Buccaneers were red and they didn't make it. So I mean,
they wear pewter.
And red.
Pewter, right?
You're red. Pewter red.
It's not red, it's pewter. That's what you told me.
Our primary colors are red and pewter.
Why you don't think it's rigged? It looks a little rigged. All
right.
rigged.
So what about the damn fake news? I think the little news headline thing is like Reba McEntire, Usher performing at the Ravens 49ers Super Bowl. I think so. Somebody typed that shit up and made it look like a news clip and put it out there. That's not real, bro.
We say not a chance. Vikings are purple. Yes, they're purple, but so is Baltimore. Come on.
But Vikings, Matt, come on, big dog. Vikings didn't even get in the dance for
they didn't even get in the tournament. Look, and look, hats off to them trying. Even after Kirk Kane went down and Josh Dobbs figured out a way to win, a game and a half, and then they sat him down, bro. Vikings were over. They were really, really over. But I don't know. There might be something to this, man. It seems a bit too cliche-ish, and especially that it's Vegas. Like those colors don't give me Vegas feel. Now you're from that. You're from Nevada. You played in Nevada. You're from the West Coast, right? You tell me, big game. The purple and red, is that?
Man, Sin City can be any color you want it to be. I don't think the NFL comes up with the color scheme to try to give the vibes of that town that they're in. I don't think that's how they come up with that. The one dude who released that thing on TikTok, a while back, this whole theory, he went back to all the other Super Bowls and all the other colors. And it was funny. But like to me, when he said, "Oh yeah, with the Bengals and the Rams, if you look right here, this color's for this and this color," that shit was a stretch. It wasn't clearly no orange. It just clearly blue and yellow. Like they stretched and made a good story. And then that's the thing, man. They say one of the top viewed topics on YouTube is conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So I think it's just always cool and fun to see some crazy stuff and go, "Ooh, what if?" Like my mom and I will argue all the time and get into it because it's fixed. It's fixed. I said, "You know how hard I worked?" I said, "You think me getting my ACL torn is fixed? You think me getting this done is fixed?" Like I'm like mad. Like I ain't fixed. But then other people like, "Well, it doesn't have to be you. It could be the referees. It could be other things. Players can play and they can just make it happen the way they want it to happen." And it make you want to fight people, man, because I know the blood, sweat, and tears that players put into having an outcome. Because, like, the opportunities you have are few and far between to get to the pinnacle, which is a Super Bowl, and to win it. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know what happens when it's not under my control, right? So I can't say, man, it's full of it. Ain't no damn conspiracy. If Detroit lose this weekend and Kansas City lose this weekend, hey.
Would you think? But I'm going to move off of this. It would take over $1 billion to pay a team to throw it. It's not like back in the day when owners owned the player. I wouldn't say that because as we have heard in Carolina with certain coaches, they were like, "Hey, you shouldn't win this game. You really shouldn't win this game so we can get a pick." Right? We've seen it. Look, we've seen it in Dallas. In the NBA, they purposely lost games so they could get better chances at a pick, even though it's a lottery. So it happens. It happens.
Bruh. It's gonna be interesting to see, dog. Like it's a great conversation. I love it.
It is.
I love even hearing my athletes at school talk, "Oh yeah, the conspiracy." I just crack up laughing. I'm like, these fools, they got to get on TikTok, man. TikTok got everybody thinking that the game is tainted.
There you go. And we're gonna talk about that and who you got, from there. But look, let's go to this third one because I'm really interested to see what you wanted to say about this, or what you got to say about this. So apparently, Doc Rivers is back in the league as a coach. How you say? Well, some would say that this kind of mirrors something that happened here in Dallas several years ago, where Coach Clapp, also known as Jason Garrett, circumcised and whatever you want to call it, moved up and got Wade Phillips bumped out of there. Doc Rivers takes over for Griffin down up in Milwaukee. But the funny part is that Doc Rivers was his advisor.
But Doc Rivers didn't get this. Man, look, this is some.
Talk about conspiracy.
It ain't even conspiracy. It's flat out bullshit, bro. Like, how the hell you fire a dude that's like with 26-10 or whatever it is? We got a winning record.
They were second in the league. They were 30-13.
30-13.
Second in the conference.
Second in the East, third in the NBA.
Yeah.
And it's just like, our defense is shaky. We're going to fire you. Have you seen the scores of all these other teams in the league?
Oh, it's inflated, man.
No one plays defense.
It's inflated. It's inflated.
And then it's like, it's no harm. Look, and no knock to Doc Rivers, bro. But let's really break this down. Besides Boston, what the hell has Doc Rivers won, Jay?
Nothing.
Besides the one title in Boston.
Yes.
He's blown what, 3 Game 7s?
Yes.
He can't get over the hump. He got his ass ran out of LA.
Yep. And there's reports that are saying that the players are the ones that really came out and said, yeah, we've lost faith in him. Like, he lost the locker room. Yet there's also reports coming out that they're saying that they were shocked that Griffin was let go. Like, come on, man.
That's the shit where you like, hey, man, we're going to put the drugs in his car. And, plant the drugs when you get out. Make the anonymous tip. And when he turned the corner, we're going to pull him over. Like, man, I didn't know that was in there. I was so surprised. Man, so many people, so many things I've seen to say Giannis is the one, but, hey, he can't do it. I'm not happy. And, that small market. Man, Giannis get mad. Oh, shoot, we can't have Giannis get mad. All right, he got to go.
And here's the other part. So I'm looking at his contract, and he just signed a 3-year extension. So he's there until I believe it's 27.
Right.
That doesn't matter these days because players now can force a trade, which is crazy to think about.
They can, but they can't. Yeah.
They can force the trade. I'm not going to play. My leg hurts or, whatever. I'm okay. Yeah, I don't get, the accolades, but I just want out of here. You have a guaranteed contract, so you're going to get paid unless you're Zion. And then, you say,
he might make that way in and get his bread.
That's funny, pun intended. I saw what you did there.
Yes.
But yeah, this is one of those things where I think the Bucks did this wrong. Now, it's not to say that they probably didn't need a change, but the way they went about it.
Okay, but my thing is, you panicking. Doc Rivers ain't never been known for just coaching a great defensive team. And look at what he had in Boston when they did with this. Is my thing. It's no knock to Doc, but you look back to what he's done.
Yeah,
he hadn't won shit since Boston, dog.
Yeah.
So how
even before then, though, because remember he was with the Clips, and he had a great team in LA, and couldn't win it there.
And win,
right? He was in Philly, couldn't win it there. I mean, it's what it is.
Can we blame the franchise?
He did.
Can we blame Budenholzer? I mean, can we blame the Milwaukee Bucks?
I mean, there's some.
Like Budenholzer, did he resign or retire? Is that how the job came over? Or did they fire him?
No, he was fired.
And he just won a championship 2 years ago.
Yes, he won a championship and they fired him.
And see, it's bullshit to me, man, because Adrian Griffin interviewed 14 times before he got this job.
Yeah.
So if you already got passed on them other 14 times, shit, it's only 30 teams in the league.
Yeah.
Who gonna really give him another chance?
Nobody.
And for the fact to get it taken from you when you are winning.
Yes.
It's ugly, but you're winning. Y'all give away your best on-ball defender, Drew Holiday, to get Dame Lillard, to get more points and sell more tickets. And you think the defense is gonna get better?
James don't play defense like that. And yeah, it is fun because but here's the thing, Wallace. Whenever you get a new coach, and I don't believe it matters what sport it is, you're going to get that bump, right? New blood, new energy, new whatever. You're still going to get a bump though, right? So I think that's what it is. Like, oh, let's show them, hey, that we really can ball and all that. I think it's you'll get that initial bump, the honeymoon period, but then after that, that's what I'm looking at.
See, that's what I think, and I think I titled this show, "Is Doc Rivers the right man for the job or for the Bucks, whatever?" Right? And realistically, he'll get hired. They'll go on a little run in the win spree. And they might play a little bit harder, so it's going to look like the defense improved. Like, we got the right guy. They're playing defense. And then they're going to get their back broke and blew out and give them like 148 in one game. And the panic, everybody going to be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, Doc Rivers is not the long-term solution. I don't think so. Can I be wrong? I mean, you can't tell me Doc was sitting at home like, hey, man, you know, when I get back up the sideline, I'm going to do this, and this. He's commentating for ESPN. He was calling games. Dude, he wasn't thinking about X's and O's.
No, not at all. And yeah, they did when he won the chip with Bud Budenholzer, when he won the championship next year. See you later. Bye-bye. Man, let's get to this fourth down because, like I said, we got a lot of cash to get to in this hour. I'm just gonna put the question out, and then I'm gonna put it right there. Can we consider Jared Allen to be an elite quarterback at this point?
Josh Allen.
Sorry, Josh Allen, because Jared Allen plays defense or played defense. Josh Allen.
You broke the cap. Can we consider him an elite quarterback?
An elite quarterback.
What's the better question? Elite quarterback has the window of opportunity for him to win a Super Bowl pass.
Jared Allen was a stud, yes. But can Josh Allen be considered an elite QB?
Not right now, he can't. I don't think so. I mean, you got to find a way to win the big games. And now everyone expected them to beat Kansas City at home because Kansas City's supposed to be down.
Yeah.
But you still look at how bad this team was and got hot late, and they beat a depleted Miami Dolphins team that was just beat the crap. They beat somebody else that was just beat the crap to get themselves back in the situation to even get in the playoffs and be able to get that home game, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I'm going to say this.
Go ahead.
And I'm going to say this, and I know what you're going to say about it. The fact that they beat the Cowboys as badly as they did, I think also it's a win, and a win is a win, but that was a big bump, I think, for the team as well to say, look, this is a legit team. This is not a down team. This is a legit team.
But we realized the Cowboys have no defense once we saw what Green Bay did to them. So
true.
Hindsight is 2020. At the time it seemed big. Now we realize it wasn't that.
It wasn't as big because the formula was out there and they ran it to perfection. And here's the other thing too. If they don't miss the kick, if the kick is not missed, and they win in overtime, would this conversation be different?
Yes, the narrative would be different. Well, it wouldn't happen until they got to the championship game and maybe lost to Baltimore or something else happens. Yes, I think the narrative is different, Jay. But it's not. It's not because it's the same old Buffalo losing again.
Yeah, Ross, I think they're going to put him as an elite quarterback when you look at the rest of the league. And I think that's important for it to be said. You got to look at the rest of the league.
A great point.
To say, okay, who's better than him, or who is he better than? Let's say it like that. Who is he better than? And when you look at the rest of the league, you're like, there's a lot of people that he's better than.
So, because as some stars emerge, some stars decline, and new stars come in, they have to find that way to sell the tickets to the games to the younger people. So
Sure.
and like I said, and they always sell the game through the quarterback position.
Yeah.
That's just how it's done. That's how the league does it. They market the league through the quarterbacks. So
Now they do, yes.
The more quarterbacks that they have that's relevant, the better it is for their marketing scheme. So they want Josh Allen to be an elite quarterback. I just don't think he is right now. I've been fooled. I've said, "Oh yeah, Josh gonna be the man. He gonna be a beast." And all of a sudden,
and so Matt, here we go. Top 3 QB, right? So that means there's 2 other QBs that's better than him, which means that he's better than 28 other quarterbacks in the league. That's what you're saying, Matt. There are 28 other quarterbacks that he's better than. Yeah, sure. Wide receiver let him down. Diggs drop. Hey, I get that.
You take Josh Allen over Lamar? I wouldn't.
Ooh.
I wouldn't. Josh ain't no dog. Lamar's a dog.
That's a tough question. Favre was a gunslinger, man, making bad plays, and then he'll give you some good plays. Yeah, I mean, the simple fact is this. There was one season where Favre had 30 touchdowns and 30 interceptions and was considered a great quarterback and elite quarterback that season.
And look what we say about Jameis for having 30 for 30.
Okay, wait a minute, though.
But I'm just saying.
I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
It's easy to overlook the mistakes.
Yes.
When there's other things attached to winning with those numbers.
But you have to win too.
That's what I said. When you win with those numbers, you can overlook a lot of the mistakes.
You can. And that is what I believe separates Josh Allen from, I won't say the other 28, but at least the other 23. I would definitely put him in the top 10. He's there, top 7, even push the top 5.
Is Dak better than Josh Allen? I'm not putting that on you just because you're a Cowboys fan. I'm asking.
No. Yeah, that's a great question. I would say Josh Allen is better than Dak.
Okay.
And for this reason only, he's more willing to run the ball than Dak, and his pre-snap reads are better. Like, he's not afraid to thread the needle and can do that.
Got it. Gotcha.
Dak can't do that. But when Dak is on, Dak is on. Right? So, but when he's not, it is god-awful. And he doesn't have anything to, fall back on. Like, he's not going to run. It's not that he can't. He's not going to. And if he does, it's, precarious.
Man.
So, on that note,
we need to do a top five QBs for the season on one of these top 5.
We don't watch football anymore, man. So, you can do it. I mean,
I'm gonna slap you, bro.
I don't watch it. I'm broken.
So you not watching Super Bowl either? Don't lie to me, Styles.
Say, man, I got some Lego sets to get to. I got some, I'm gonna go take a walk. When it kind of warms up, it's supposed to be, nice. But I'm watching basketball. I've been watching basketball.
Man, bye. Anyway, Josh,
what's that? Hey,
bye.
You already know. Get ready for that button, because when I say stuff like that and watching them, you know what it makes you say.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the segment of the podcast where we find things that happen throughout the week that make us say, oh, hell no. Man, Yeah. I know, Wallace, your boys got you down this bad. Listen, it's different this year.
Why? Because you heard, here we go, and you just thought it was going to get you victorious.
I'll tell you, honestly, it's expectation. I drank the Kool-Aid. I was sold out. Now, look, I told you I'm a football fan first. I was sold out. I was all in.
I drank the Dallas juice. I did.
And you know what? It was how they lost. That's really what it is. It's how. Like, when you get throttled like that in the first half and you don't start to come back until the last quarter and you still lose by 16, bro, that does something to your soul.
I mean, we're not going to get in
we're not. It's oh hell no. Which that definitely can be.
Yeah, that could be an oh hell no for weeks and weeks. My oh hell no does relate to the Cowboys now that, since you spoke on them. If you are the parent or the sibling,
oh my gosh,
of a professional athlete,
hold on.
If you do not put on the pads and equipment, if you do not go make the plays, you need not take to Twitter and talk smack about your team's quarterback. CeeDee Lamb's mama came out and had some shit to say about Dak Prescott. That was horrible to an extent where you act like your son ain't never dropped the ball. Then Dak Prescott's brother came on there saying if he could just take his brother out of Dallas, he would. And then Michael Parsons' brother came on and said something about that. It's ridiculous. And then the worst part about it is no one's came to Dak's defense. But, hey, man, it's our quarterback. It's not on him. Let's move it along. Michael Parsons came on and said, hey, the opinions of my brother are his and his only. I had nothing to do with that. But, yeah, Michael, you bitched and moaned and cried enough to where your brother feels like he has the right to do the same thing as well. So to all those family members of those other people that had the nerve to say what they said, oh, hell no to y'all.
I just wanted to give you the spotlight on that one, brother, because I feel you on that. That one, yeah. That's nah. Come on, stay in your lane. Speaking of staying in your lane, I love college sports. Okay, I do, but there's a time and place for everything. We always say in sports, especially in football, keep your head on the swivel, right? Keep your head on the swivel. Well, apparently, Ohio State women's basketball team beat Iowa basketball team. Big upset. As Caitlin Clark is getting off of the basketball court, she's actually on the basketball court, this big mama jamma who should be playing for Ohio State, female, runs into Caitlin Clark, knocks the wind out of her, down to the ground, looks back and is like, whoa. Anyway, like, bro, what are we doing here? Listen, storm the if you want to, just go ahead. If you want to storm the court, cool.
It's dangerous, man.
It's dangerous. Like, and then the real oh hell no is the security. But if you see the girl, you're like, you know what? I'm not finna get in front of that because she's running full steam ahead. They need to put her on the team. I'm telling you. Go back, look for Caitlin Clark getting smashed after the game for Ohio State.
I gotta pull that up. I ain't seen that one, dude.
Oh my gosh. I mean, and then the post, it was like the AD from Ohio State had to come and apologize to her. The coach came and apologized to her.
Jay, have you seen? You said it. You've seen them people in them yellow jackets. Some people don't need to be working. It's just because they have some security in enough to make the rent or the mortgage. So they out there at the arena hoping nothing go wrong. And
No.
you know them people that do the event staff stuff. They probably go, who we playing tonight?
Yeah.
I hope they blow us out. If not, they're gonna storm this goddamn court.
Yeah.
And it happened. But
it happened. And it happened. I mean, she went full-fledged, knocked that little girl out.
Hey, Jay, how big was she? Because you said Mama Jamma.
She's a thick. She's Ohio born and bred, my friend.
She's a real Buckeye, huh?
Look here, man. I'm telling you, they had some issues running the ball and stopping the run. They need to sign old girl. They need to.
See, with my chest congestion going on, I can't laugh how I want to.
Man, when you see it,
but no, when you
see it, bro.
You said
I actually have another one too, man.
You said, hey, she was a big.
She's a thicker. Listen,
Dr. No.
Did you see? This is my second one, man. I'll make it real quick. Luka decides to throw a fan out of the game because apparently what Tim McMahon had put out was that the fan said to him, hey, Luka, you suck. You need to get on a treadmill because you get your fat ass on a treadmill.
So Luka got his feeling for being chunky, but
so Luka got a little upset while he's on the court. Says, hey, security, that one right there, throw him out. After the game, Tim McMahon says, hey, and he tweets this out, right? Tim McMahon tweets out what the guy said. He's like, yeah, I knew you was going to say something because you never have anything good to say about me. So I knew you were going to say something what you tweeted about. The whole situation is trash. It's not right. It's not true. It's like, okay, but that's what he said. Well, he had been saying stuff all game. It's like, well, what did he say? I knew you was going to say something about it. It's like, well, what did he say? What did he say? And so, my man, Big Perk, and let me tell you something. I love Big Perk. He was like, yo, dude, you soft. You have one job, and that is to play the game. They came in there, sat at your table, ate your nachos, played your video game, bought some more nachos, and used your credit card. Like, yo.
Damn, I was the buzzword. Damn.
Play the game, Luka. I love you. Play the game.
So in a nutshell, you telling me Luka Doncic got in his feelings because somebody called him fat and he got him kicked out of the game?
Yes.
I almost want to play the old Hell Nah intro again.
That's what it is. Go look it up. There's some good stuff on there. Hey, it's time to go ahead and pick who you got. Well, there was 4. KC, Baltimore, Detroit, San Francisco. These should be good games. At least one of them. At least one of them.
I think both would be good games, man. I don't think why. Okay, maybe I don't. Maybe let me. Who do you think?
Let's start with Detroit, San Fran.
Dude, I think the Lions have enough to beat the 49ers, bro. And Deebo Samuel's not 100%. We don't know what he's gonna do.
Wow.
I didn't make my pick yet, but I think Detroit can shock the world, bro. I really do. Dan Campbell told you they're gonna get knocked down and bite them kneecaps on their way back up.
Let me ask you a question. Is Dan Campbell the type of coach you would love to play for?
No. No, I mean,
that's fair.
I
just wonder why. Okay, why would you say that?
Well, because I mean, I played my whole career for one person. The way he is,
yeah,
I like the way he approached it. I played for a browbeater in college, right? So when I got to the NFL, it was a breath of freshness. Like now, my position coach was a jackass. I say that not like didn't know what he was talking about.
Sure.
As far as like get the most out of you, browbeat you at times when they need to, whatever.
Yeah.
But Dungy was just chill, right? So that was the kind of person I think I needed. He helped me grow as a player and as a person. I looked at the game a different way. I think Dan Campbell is right for certain people because some people need to know that their coach has their back. Like any of those second chance guys, they're going to go to war for Dan Campbell. Now, say Dan Campbell was my coach and I was on like a third team.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I need that. I need that in my life.
Yeah.
I need that gritty get back. I got your back when other people thought that you couldn't do it. I told you got this.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
I mean, and what's crazy about Dan Campbell and Jared Goff is Dan Campbell's like, I didn't want Jared Goff. I was like, I really didn't. I didn't want Jared Goff. He said, but after I think it was a loss or something, he went in and Jared Goff was like, let's go. You know, he was right there ready to do it. He's like, okay, this is my guy. This is my guy. You know, and I think it was more of the determination and grit. He's a blue collar type of guy, right? So he wants those types, and he thought that Jared Goff was not that type. So Detroit San Fran, I want it to be a good game. I think San Francisco, at the end of the day, will win it. But I think it'll be close. I think it will be close. If they get to, I'll say it like this, if they get to Brock Purdy and make him look pedestrian like a second-year player, yeah, they're going to the ball.
Did you see the blitzes that Aaron Glenn drew up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Mm-hmm.
And because realistically, Tampa didn't play horrible. I'm not trying to, sneak my shine in for my team. But to what they were able to do and the adjustments they were able to make, and did you see how Green Bay was running the ball on San Fran for a big part of the game against that defensive line that we thought was so dominant? They got two of them in Detroit. And Penei Sewell on the offensive line is the best lineman on the field. Well, some of us say Trent Williams. Trent Williams is a good, but he's damn good. But he's a good. You got a damn good offensive line. And they are banged up at the center position. He got hurt. Guard got hurt. But if they can run the ball and then let Jared Goff incorporate that play action pass, San Francisco's gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in trouble. They was in trouble last week, and they blamed that shit on the rain.
They were. I mean, they really were. This may have been, a very different.
Can I make my pick tomorrow? I'll let you know.
What?
Can I make my pick tomorrow?
No.
All right, man. I'm gonna pick San Fran just because all the conspiracy theories and the color, the logo.
There you go.
But hey, Wallace, I swear to you, if Debo doesn't play, if Debo Samuel does not play, and Brock Purdy loses that one big weapon to go along with CMC and Ayuk and Kittles. I agree. Detroit, if Debo doesn't play, Detroit wins.
But is Debo that big of a deal when you have CMC and Brandon Ayuk and Kittles?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, it's because of formations and what you do to now play with the back end of the defense in the secondary. It's what you can do by alignment. It takes away one part to where if he's gone, now you lose X percent of formations, and the defense can change and scheme differently. True. And Aaron Glenn is good enough to do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not, but to think that,
dude, they lost to Minnesota, Cleveland, and who was the third team that beat them?
Was it Arizona?
Just the fact you lost. Oh, they lost to, I think, the Rams late in the game. I mean, it didn't count. No, it was another good game they lost. I mean, another bad team in that stretch, and they had the injuries everybody was talking about.
I want to say it was Arizona.
Maybe it was. But really, to lose those games?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, Detroit better than them.
Yeah, no, they are. They are. And I mean, Detroit is coming on at the right time. So, and they've been able to win close games. Hard close games. So, yeah. I'm not going to count them out, but no. I'm still going with San Fran. I'm not going to pick that upset there. KC Baltimore.
Oh. I don't want to see Kermit. I don't want to see Kermit and Taylor Swift. I got to go Baltimore. I can't unsee that swag surfing in the box, bro. The offbeat swag surfing has scarred me for life.
Say, man, look, I don't want to see. I don't want to see his brother with no shirt on, hanging out, the window anymore. Like, he should have been escorted out of the stadium for that.
He's in the press box. I mean, he's in the suite. You take your shirt off in the suite.
If I take my shirt off and I lean over the guardrail, you know what happens to me? I get escorted out.
Do you though?
I do. You get escorted out because it's a safety hazard. Because the stadium is not liable if that fool falls. And he would also be in the "Oh Hell No" segment. So there's that.
All right, man. Hey,
but I want to see Baltimore win too.
I think I want Lamar to get in one, man. I really do. Mahomes, you got a couple. You'll be back. You young on the receiving core. I think Baltimore, honestly, at home is going to be hard to beat. Yeah. I'll take the Ravens.
Yeah, and I think that defense is a lot better than Buffalo's.
Oh yeah, man. Buffalo's out there playing. They got dudes off the couch to come play in that game.
Yeah, yeah.
Klein, the linebacker said he was getting ready to go on a field trip with his daughter. When they called him, like, "Hey man, you want to play this week? You need somebody." He was getting ready to go on a damn field trip with his daughter.
You need to stop.
I didn't make that shit. A real story. They was going on a little camping school trip, and he had to come. Wow. He had to come get run over by Pacheco.
Man, hell of a way to get out of a trip. But yeah, I think B Moore is going to do it. Which now brings us to our next segment, because I really want to talk about this since we're talking about Baltimore. Let's go between the lines. All right, real quick, we got to hit it because we got to get this top five. Talking to Baltimore, if Lamar Jackson, well, let me ask it this way. Does Lamar Jackson need a Super Bowl to be considered a Hall of Famer?
I think it's too early to tell, man. I think it's too early to tell. But at the same time, you look at all the quarterbacks that's in that haven't won one.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. What he can do throwing the ball and with his legs and what he's done several seasons, I don't think he should need one. But I think to validate his contract and everything else, I think he needs to win one. Not his contract. Not his, okay, I didn't say that right. Because to me, Lamar Jackson has nothing to prove. But there's a lot of naysayers that will say otherwise. That if Lamar Jackson does not win a Super Bowl, he was not worth the money that the Ravens gave him. And that's just facts. People are going to say that. I still think that he will. I think that he's a Hall of Fame level quarterback, and I still think he has a lot of time left, a lot of years left on those legs.
So, while you don't think he needs the Super Bowl to help his case, here's the question though, because I think a lot of people don't consider him an elite quarterback per se. They would not put him in their top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. There's some people who would not do that. So and the reason why I asked the question this way is a Hall of Famer is, listen, yes, you're right. There are some quarterbacks who never won one who were in, and there are some that have won that are not in. So where does Lamar Jackson fit? He's already been a league MVP. Some would say that he's going to win this year as well.
Should, yeah.
If he wins the Super Bowl, more than likely, he'll probably be Super Bowl MVP. That's only happened once, I believe, before, and that was Mahomes. So, and we're already, got the jacket for Mahomes ready.
Right. So do you think Mahomes' jacket is ready because of the 2 Super Bowls that he has to add to the rest of his resume?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think if he doesn't win the 2 Super Bowls, and I really have to kind of preface it with this. He has had sustained success over his career.
Uh-huh.
A lot of things have been favorable for him. You know, he's like last week was the first time he's ever played away from home in the playoffs. He's been fortunate enough in a division that really, let's be real, has been down for a while. So, you know, being division champs for so long. So I think there's still things favorable for him, but he's been able to succeed and have success and put points up. You know, that's what the league is all about now. So, yeah. Having said all that, he doesn't win a Super Bowl, doesn't win the 2 Super Bowls. I think it's a harder case to make for Mahomes, but for Lamar, I think he needs to have it in order for him to be a lock. I'll say it like that.
I don't think it should matter. But hey. It will. I don't think it should, but it will.
Yeah, it should. It should matter.
Stop.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Apparently, either Belichick said no to Atlanta or Raheem Morris was just a better interviewer than Belichick, because Raheem Morris is now the head coach of them Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons. Does this feel right that Raheem Morris is the head coach in Atlanta? Is this a good fit for that team?
You got a young black coach in a black ass city. Yeah, it fit.
For the team.
I know, I'm just playing, man. Let me just start by saying this, Jay. 2 hires happened today in the NFL that blew my socks off, that blew my mind.
And we're going to talk about that other one.
And this Raheem Morris is one of them. Now,
Yeah.
I think he's been in the league long enough. He's been a head coach 2 different occasions. Interim head coach for the Falcons, head coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think he's continued to learn, to get better at what it is, you know, at being.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think he's gotten better. So when he gets a chance to be a head coach again, it would happen. My thing is all the talk, all the interviews, all the teasers. You couldn't have told me Belichick wasn't going to Atlanta. Like, I didn't see it being a good fit, but the way the media was selling it. So now, Jay, it's only 2 jobs left. Washington and Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to take away, Raheem Morris fit for Atlanta.
Yeah.
I think it worked for that team. They had an offensive-minded coach. It didn't work. They had the same record 3 years in a row. They couldn't overcome in the NFC South. They have had decent drafts, have decent talent. Someone say that they got a safety that's one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league, in Jesse Bates, right?
Yeah.
I think Morris can fix that defense, and he's got to just have the right person as his OC to make sure they come in there to utilize Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. Now, you still got to find you a quarterback, because I don't think Desmond Ridder is it long term, but you got to find somebody eventually to fix it, and we know Justin Fields is about to be available.
Very good point. Yeah, I agree with you, Wallace. Belichick would have wanted control. He shouldn't get it because he is not a good GM, as he showed in England for the past like 4 years.
Your boy play Bubba Dub. Trash.
But I will say this, and I agree with you. Ritter's out. He's gone.
Not even going. He might just going to be a backup.
Okay. I'm starting QB. He's gone. I'll say it like that. You make a play for Justin Fields, which means that you're going to have to trade to get up there. You already have a good running back. You got to get your offensive line, really kind of solidified there. And you need weapons on the outside for him. But either you trade up to get a new quarterback, right, in the draft, or you go ahead and get Justin Fields.
I think you get Justin Fields when you don't have to spend as much draft capital to get in that spot to draft somebody.
Nah, they're going to want the farm, man. Zach Robinson, okay.
A lot of good things about him out there.
Yeah.
So that might not be bad.
Yeah, but I think it's also, again, going to be all about the quarterback that you get and how he fits in the system that's going to be put in place.
Okay.
But I'm very interested to see what happens in Atlanta, especially in that NFC South. That's going to be something else for sure. Y'all apparently have cornered the market on African-American coaches. Speaking of coaches, there are now 2 Harbaughs in the league. Jim leaving Michigan, going out to LA to be the Bolts leader. Is the league big enough for both of them?
Yeah, they both were in the league already together.
True enough.
Played each other in the Super Bowl.
True enough.
Why wouldn't it be?
That's a good question.
This doesn't surprise me at all. We talked about this on earlier shows. We knew he was about to leave Michigan to get away from the meteor, whatever was about to hit it's about to blow up in Michigan.
Just like Pete Carroll.
Yeah, and so just like having an SC, Pete Carroll was like, hey, I think I'm going to go back to the NFL. NFC, we stripped Reggie Bush of his Heisman. So she's going to go down, right? So he left. No big deal. He's gone. Can he survive?
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing.
Let me ask you something real quick, Jay. Did you think this is the hire that I said surprised me?
That's a what?
Remember, earlier I said 2 hires that haven't made that surprised me. You said, yeah, we're going to talk about this in a minute. You thought I was talking about Harbaugh, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. I knew this one was going to happen. I knew they were going to. You saw what he did. He made Colin Kaepernick relevant. I mean, really. I typically know. Rewind my words. He gave Colin Kaepernick a chance. He took him in the second round out of Nevada when everyone else said he had that weird throwing mechanic. He put him in where Alex Smith couldn't really do it no more. He got the job done. He got him to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He can win, right? Justin Herbert was the best quarterback on all these teams that had an opening available. I knew Harbaugh wanted to be with the Bolts the whole time. And now Tom Telesco got fired as the GM. But if you look at some of the personnel and people that the Chargers have drafted in the last 2 years, they don't have a bad core of people. They have some bad luck with injuries. So Harbaugh gets to take over a team that's got some decent pieces in place. And I think he finds a way to – he was a good coach in San Francisco, dog. Can't nobody really say anything bad about what he did.
He was.
So they both can exist. They both can exist in the league.
So what was the head coaching hire that did surprise you then?
Canales.
Oh, yeah.
Canales from Tampa going to Carolina. Now, Dan Morgan, the new GM, was working out in Seattle when Canales was on staff, and they said that's how Canales really got this job. Canales didn't blow my socks off as offensive coordinator. He got better this year. It was his first time in a play calling role on a team whose head coach was defensive dominant, and I think he had to learn how to coexist with Bowles and figure out a system that worked. But if you look at some of our latter games, they were kind of lackluster. Besides, like the 2 playoff games when we scored 20-plus points, 30-plus points. The game against the 9-0 game against Carolina, and then the low-scoring performance at home against the Saints before then. It was kind of shaky, right?
Yeah.
He gets the job, and you got Mike Vrabel, Pete Carroll, and Belichick up there.
Yeah, true.
You go get Dave Canales. That's a surprise, dude. My inbox started blowing away. Big game. I know you're gonna talk about this later because it surprised the hell out of me. It surprised me too.
Hey man, we're gonna have to put that on Chop Shop because it needs the time that it needs.
Yeah,
but we got to go ahead and get into that top 5.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
That's right. Some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50. Some have a top 25. Some punk out and have a top 10. But here at BGSB, Big Game Sports Buzz, we have a top 5. What's in, what's out, who's out. This week's top 5 is top 5 villains of all time. We're talking about TV shows and or movies.
Oh, see.
So no. Most of these are gonna be movies, though. I can tell you. I can pretty much tell you that. So, big game. Without further ado, go ahead, my man. Give me your top 5.
All right, my bad. Boy, let me tell you this. I like my list. I'm gonna keep it quick. Ivan Drago, Rocky IV, the Third World War. Dude, I don't know. I didn't even understand the Cold War back when that movie came out, Jack. But it made me hate Russia. I don't know why. That movie, and he killed Apollo, and damn it, it was on from there. He killed Apollo Creed, right? Thanos snapped his fingers and shit just started turning to black dust. He was just awesome, man, because he was like a larger-than-life villain, and then you didn't think that he was going to be able to be defeated. This one here, Alonzo Harris, a.k.a. Lonzo, from Denzel Washington's character in Training Day.
That's a good one.
Dude, I'll have you making license plates in Pelican Bay. But everybody hated this fool. He was a cop who couldn't do nothing to him. Great villain.
That's good stuff.
My top 2, though, I think it'll probably be Universal, man. But this one here was creepy in so many different ways and clever in so many ways. The Joker. And I think it depends. In every Batman series, it's a little different. But these last couple of Jokers, man, just, dude.
Yeah.
Joker is.
Okay, gotcha.
And then Darth Vader. Luke, I am your father. Just that voice. Like, dude, that thing, Vader's hit generations, dog. You got generations of people like that hate Darth Vader. Darth Vader was the villain.
That's it. Man, excellent list. Excellent list. My goodness.
Thank you.
Some of the ones that we had, look, Thanos, he's on my list as well for sure. I Am Inevitable. Come on, man. Let's go. Darth Vader, as you already know, is my dude. I kind of consider him a hero, but realistically, he is a villain. Here's a little tidbit that the Buff Nerd can give you. He was only on screen in the first 3 movies for 14 minutes total. 14 minutes total in the runtime. You know you're a bad dude if all you get is 14 minutes in 3 movies, but you that bad. That's a bad man. That's a bad man. Hey, here's another one for you. Pinhead. That dude, hey, look.
I thought you did scary movies, bro.
Huh? I don't. That's why. Pinhead. I don't. That's why.
Hey, Hellraiser. Wow. Whoa. Bro, that's a good one, dog.
Pinhead's definitely it. Speaking of Freddy Krueger, listen, I watched it at Nightmares when you got Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, when he's out there, you know, there's a nightmare on my street. Yeah, that'll do it.
Hey, man, Freddy's funny.
And for my last one, this is going to blow your mind, but I didn't like this actor because he played the hell out of this character so well when I was younger. His name is Albert, went by Mr. on The Color Purple.
I knew it. I knew somebody. Boy, I don't know why I knew The Color Purple was going to make this list somehow.
Bro, now I haven't seen the new one. But I'm going to tell you what, Danny Glover, it took Lethal Weapon 2 before I was like, okay, he's just playing a character.
Oh, shit.
But Mister, nah, that dude was pure D evil.
You tell Harpo to baby. Boy.
It ain't good to cut a woman's hair. I'm telling you, bro, there's like lines in it. Ain't cold enough. That's the one for me. When he stuck his finger in there, it was like, ain't cold enough. Like, oh, okay. Bro, that dude is evil. He was evil.
Yes, indeed. That's a damn good one, Jack. That's a damn good one, bro. That is a good one, man.
Look,
Man.
thank you for joining in. Thank you for being with us here at Big Game Sports Buzz on BGSE Network, Big Game Sports and Entertainment Network, where sports and entertainment collide. Listen, we always appreciate you. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this podcast. Ring the bell so you know when we are on and get notified for it. Y'all are always the greatest people in the world coming through, chatting with us, hollering at us, Wallace. Hey, man, thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for coming in. And everyone else that's been watching, appreciate you.
Hey, until next week. Peace.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes?